operating system where you can begin to make measurable changes. In other words, when you're in beta brainwave patterns, you're in your conscious thinking neocortex and you're separate from the autonomic nervous system. So as you begin to open your awareness and relax, you begin to slow your brain waves down, and that is training for this meditation. As you learned, when we're under the gun of the fight or flight nervous system and the brain and body are knocked out of homeostasis because of stress, the different compartments of the brain begin to fire incoherently and send a very incoherent message down the spinal cord to each individual little brains that are under the control of the autonomic nervous system. And all of a sudden, these individual brains begin to fire incoherently, and they begin to send an incoherent message to the associated organs and tissues in different parts of the body. Now think about this. When this brain becomes incoherent, we practice opening our focus or opening our awareness, and the act of doing that starts to create more order in the brain. So what if you were to rest your attention in each one of these energy centers, and where you place your attention is where you place your energy. The more you keep your attention on it, the more you're giving it your life force or energy. And as you rest your attention in each one of these centers, and you can become aware of the space around these centers, like individual beach balls of energy, and you move from your first center to your second center, behind your navel and slightly below it, and that was your target, and you tuned into its energy. And then your third center, in the pit of your gut, resting your attention in that center and becoming aware of the space around it. As you learned in your heart and the space around your heart, in your throat, anchoring your attention in your throat and becoming aware of the space around it, connecting to your pineal gland, sensing the space it occupies in space and tuning into its energy and its frequency, resting your attention in the center of your head where your pituitary gland is and becoming aware of the space around your head. Just like creating coherence in your brain, you would begin to create coherence in each one of these individual energy centers. And when these individual brains become more coherent, they begin to send a very coherent message to all the cells and tissues and organs of the body. So we can understand then that so many people heal themselves of so many different health conditions because they understood what they were doing and why. It has taken some time for people to practice both convergent and divergent focus. It takes some time for people to learn how to regulate and slow their brain waves down so they can begin to reprogram their autonomic nervous system. So all of the training that we've done up until this point is to begin to practice creating coherence in each one of these individual energy centers. And as I said, we've seen people heal from rectal cancer, prostate cancer, enlarged prostate, impotence. We've seen them heal from uterine fibroids, uterine tumors, ovarian cysts, diverticulitis, indigestion, acid reflux, high liver enzymes, heart palpitations, arrhythmias, heart disease, thyroid conditions, thyroid tumors, brain tumors, depression, anxiety. All different health conditions once we learn how to create coherence in each one of these individual energy centers. Now the beauty behind it is that you don't have to spend a whole lot of time doing it once you know how to do it. And we begin to ascend our energy and we begin to create balance in each individual energy center. Let's talk about the word called ligand or ligar, meaning to bond.